Hello everyone, myself Pallavi Patil from Praveen Patil College of Diploma Engineering and Technology. In last lecture we saw the unit 3, that is UI component and layouts. In this video we will learn unit 4, that is designing user interface and with view. Let's start. What are the outcomes of this video? Learner will be able to understand text view, edit text button, image button, toggle button, radio button, that is radio group, checkbox and progress bar. Let's see the first text view. The text view is a display text to the user and optionally allow them to edit it. A text view is a complete text editor. However, the basic class is configured to not allow editing. Simply, we can say the text view is a complete text editor to display the text to the user. And these are the text view attributes. The first is the Android ID. This is the ID which uniquely identify the control. This is a first Android ID. Second one is a Android capitalized. If set specific this text view has a textual input method and should be automatically capitalized when what the user type. For example, 0, 1, 2, 3. The next is a Android cursor visible. Make the cursor is visible by default or invisible default is false. The next Android editable. If set to true, the specify this text view has an input method. The next is a Android font family. It is a font family named by string for the text. The next is a Android gravity means it is specify how to align the text by the view and or when the text is smaller the view. The next Android hint text to display when the text is empty. The next Android input types. The type of data beginning place in a text field. For example, phone number, date, time, number, password. That is the input type. The next Android max height. It makes the text view be at most many pixel tall. The next Android min height. The makes the text view be a list this many pixel tall in a min height and Android max width. The text view pixel it wide. The next min width. The next Android min width makes the text view be list the many pixel is a width. The next is a Android password. The Android password when the character of the field are displayed as a password dot inserted of the possible value either true or false. The next Android phone number. If set specify that this text view has phone number input method, the possible value true or false. Android text to display. The next is a Android text all caps is present text in all cap possible value either true and false. The next text color. The text color may be color value in a form of different form we are using, RGB, ARGB. The next is Android text color height. Color of the text is select height. Next is Android text color hint. The color of the hint text may be color value in the form of the RGB and ARGB. The next is the Android text selectable. is indicate that the content of non-editable text can be selected as possible value true and false. The next is the Android text size. Size of the text is a recommended dimension type of text is for example 50 SP. SP is a scalable pixel. Then Android text style. The style may be bold, italic for the text, or you can use more than following value like a 0, 1, 2. These are the attributes of the text value. The next, the similar, the edit text. The next is a edit text. Edit text simply is an overlap over text view that configures itself to be editable. It is a predefined subclass of the text view that indicate rich editing capability. That is a edit text and different edit text attribute. The first is Android auto text. It is if set specify this text value. The first is a Android text same it's a textual input method is automatically correct some common spelling error. Next is a drawable bottom. Android drawable bottom. This is a drawable be draw below the text. The next is the Android draw right. This draw will to draw to the right of the text. Android editable. The set of the specific the text view has been input method. The next is a Android text. This text to be displayed. The next Android background. The this drawable of the use for the this attribute background. Android content description. This defined text is briefly described content of your view. The next Android ID. This supply the identifier name for the view. And next is the Android on click. This is the name of the method in this view content when the view is click. The last is a Android. Sorry. The last one is the Android visibility. The Android visibility it is used for the control the initial visibility of the view. These are the edit text attribute. The next is a button. The button is a push button which can press, click by the user perform an action. Different attribute of the buttons. The first is a Android auto text is the first attribute. It is set of the specific that the text view has a textual input method and automatically correct the some spelling error. The next is an Android drawable right. This is a drawable to the draw the right of the text. Next is Android editable. It is used to specific the text view has been input method. Next is Android text. It is used to display the text. And next is Android background. It is draw, use the background. And next is Android content description. Is a defined text briefly describe the view. Android ID. It is used is supply identify the name of the view. The next Android click. This name is method in the view content invoke when the view is click. Next is Android visibility. The control the initial visibility of the view. These are the attribute of the button. The next image button. Image button is a absolute layout which enable you specify the exact location of the its children. This show the button with image inserted text that can be pressed or clicked by the user. The different attribute of the image button. The first is Android adjust view bound. It is used to set it is used to set the true if want to image view adjust bound present thus except ratio of the drawable. The next is Android baseline. The baseline is a offset of the baseline with this view. The next is Android baseline align bottom. If true, the image view will be baseline align with base on its bottom edge. The next one is Android crop to padding. If true, the image will be cropped to fit with its padding. The next is Android SRC. This set the drawable has the content of the image view. The next is Android background. Similarly, this is a drawable use the background. Next is the Android content description. Is a defined text briefly describe the view. Next is a Android ID. Is a supply identify the name of the this view. The next is a Android on click. This is the name of the method to views the content involved when the view is click. Last one is the Android visibility. This is a control the initial visibility of the view. These are the image button attribute. The next is toggle button attribute. Toggle button simply is a display the check uncheck state has a button. It is basically on and off button is a light indicator. These are the attribute of the toggle button. The first is a Android disable alpha. This is the alpha to apply to the indicator when disable. The next Android text off. It is used to text. It is a text for the button when it is not checked. The next is Android text on. This is a text uh, for the button when it is checked. The next is the Android text. It is a set as a specific that the text view has a textual input method and automatically corrects some common spelling error. The next is an Android drawable button. It is button. This is a drawable to draw the below the text. Android drawable right. This is a right side text. Android editable. It is used to text view has an input method. The next is the Android text. It is used to display the text. Next Android background is a similar to all. It is used the background purpose. Next is the Android content description. A description of the view. Android ID. It is identify the name of this view. And next Android click. When you click then this method is a call. Then next is Android visibility. It is a correct initial visibility of the view. These are the attribute of the toggle button. Next is a radio button. The radio button and radio group are similar. The radio group class is used to set up the radio button. If we check on the radio button the belong to radio group, it is automatically unchecked any previously checked radio button within the same group. These are the attribute of the Android check button, Android background, Android content description, Android ID, Android on click, Android visibility. The similar is a work like a button. The These are the different attribute of the radio button. The next is a checkbox. The checkbox is the on-off switch that can be toggled by the user. You should use checkbox when the presenting user group select option or not commonly mutual exclusive. Checkbox, different checkbox attribute are used. The Android auto text. Android auto text means when we click the when we write some is set of the specific that text view has a textual. Next is the Android drawable bottom. This is a draw the below text. Android drawable right, we can write the text. Android editable, we can edit the text. Android text to display the text. Simply it is a Android background. This is a draw to background. And Android content description, we can use the define the text briefly describe the content of the view. Android ID, it is a use to identify the name of the view. And next is a Android on click. This is the name of the method to view the view, content of the click. These are the different attribute of the checkbox. Last one is a progress bar. Progress bar is simply used to show the progress of a task. For example, when you unloading the and downloading something, it is use the progress bar. Okay, download and upload the user. Another also called as a progress dialog that allow you create a progress bar. In order to this, you need to instance object as this class. The syntax of progress bar like a progress dialog progress is equal to new progress dialog box this. These are the attribute get max, increment progress by set identified and set max, set progress and set progress and show. These are the attribute of the progress bar. Thank you, student. Any doubt? Thank you. This is unit 4, part 1, and we will see the remaining part of the unit 4. And student, you have any doubt regarding this session, note down your query. We will solve your doubt in upcoming session. Thank you.